was a look at the Broadway show Elf the Musical, based on the iconic 2003 movie Elf, starring, of course, Will Ferrell. The musical adapts the story of Buddy, an elf living far away from his home of the North Pole, brings it to the stage. It features show-stopping musical numbers because, after all, as Buddy says in the movie, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. That's the closest I will get to singing on air today. Joining us now, the co-stars of Elf that you guys can. Elf the Musical, Sean Astin, making his Broadway debut as Santa Claus, and the Tony-nominated actor Grey Henson, who plays Buddy the Elf. Iconic roles, both. Thank you guys for being here. I'll just say this, watching that could not look more fun.
Yeah. It looks so fun.
I thought it looked so tiring, actually.
You have to do it 8 times a week.
Yeah.
Grey's in like virtually every moment.
I know, just
of
screaming
play.
for 2 hours straight in a wool elf suit.
Yeah.
But it's a dream, yeah.
Joy. Hard work. Joy is hard work.
Yes.
Sleep well at night, probably.
Oh, so well.
So talk to us about the challenge of bringing the iconic roles from both the movie and a previous Broadway production, bringing them to life now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenge when you're adapting something like this is not to do an impression of what the movie is, especially like Will Ferrell in this movie is iconic, and everyone knows every line reading of his. And so for me, I had to like stop thinking of how Will Ferrell did this show in order to inject something new to it. And just, you know, you just bring yourself to whatever you do is sort of what we're always doing.
It's music. It's big music, and you have this extraordinary talent, singing talent, dancing talent, who's just like putting it out there.
So, Sean, how do you play Santa Claus? That's a pretty huge role. The stakes are pretty high.
My daughter, Allie, said to me last night, she goes, Dad, there's like a whole generation of kids who this is the first Broadway show they will have seen, and you're like establishing Santa Claus for them. And when I'm sitting in the chair looking out, I can see the little kids, and they don't blink. They don't blink. They don't want to miss anything. So you play it because you've been in training your whole life to play Santa Claus. Yeah, and I'm the bad guy too. So yeah.
Yes.
Wait, so Sean, this is your first time on Broadway? I mean, you've been an actor your entire life. What's it like? I mean, you're a veteran, obviously, but what's it like coming to Broadway after having spent so much of your career in other acting disciplines?
My mom was on Broadway in the 60s. My dad was on Broadway in the 60s. My mom was in The Miracle Worker. My dad was in the Three Penny Opera. He ended up they both did Broadway later in life. She did Oklahoma, and my dad did HMS Pinafore. So to me, it's like it's like getting jumped into a gang. Like the weird family, you know, family acting, whatever. So it's pretty
legit.
Yeah, and the thing that I take away from this is the people. Is Grey, is the ensemble, is the crew that works behind the scenes. It's the audience that comes out. It's the people at the stage door. It's like when you make it about other people, all of a sudden it gets fulfilling and makes it more fun instead of just being terrifying.
So New York is obviously such a special place during the holidays, during this time of year. It's decked out, and that I assume that energy comes into the crowd. So talk to us a little bit about that audience response you're getting, particularly from those kids who are watching for Santa Claus and Elf in a movie they love so much.
Oh, it's amazing. I've never done a show for kids before. I was in, you know, the Book of Mormon.
Not for kids.
Mean Girls, which is for a teen demographic, I guess. But yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing like childlike reactions to lines and whatnot. Like there's a really emotional monologue Buddy has at the end where he's sort of becoming a real adult, and kids will laugh at it in a way that like I didn't expect anyone to laugh at, and it just brings me so much joy because it's like, oh yeah, they're just with us no matter what. But it's amazing. I mean, there's nothing like performing live on Broadway.
There's the adults like it too. There's a moment towards the end where Buddy, you know, not a spoiler alert, but he gets the girl, and he talks about getting the girl, and you keep hearing these men in the audience go, "Attaboy, Buddy! Attaboy, Buddy! Way to go!"
We've gotten a few attaboy buddies that take me out completely. Yeah, it's so good.
And that right there is the perfect way to end the week.
It is.
Right there. You can see Elf the Musical on Broadway for a limited time only. It's through January 4th. At the Marquee Theater. Co-stars Sean Astin and Grey Henson, thank you both very much for being here.